was never supposed to live a life like this. Though it's way too good, not as rich as I should.
What's up, Dolphin fans? Welcome to another episode of the Fin Zone. I am your host, Donji Young, bringing you all the latest and greatest concerning your Miami Dolphins and news around the NFL. Joining me today is no other than the host of the Phins Football podcast, the one, the only, BTrill.
Hey, thanks for having me, bro. Always good to be on the show. Every time I'm on here, we always have a good conversation, always talk it up. And of course, we try to keep it positive. It's just tough right now with the way the state that the Dolphins are in, but I'm sure we'll jump into everything.
We sure will. Thanks for being here, BTrill. All right, so the Miami Dolphins, our team, our beloved team, suffered another crushing defeat, this time to the hands of the Cincinnati Bengals by a score of 45-21. That now makes the Dolphins 6-9 on the season and eliminated from any hope of playoff contention. So, Trill, let me start off by asking you this. Where do you see this team going?
Well, as always, I'm going to be a little biased. Of course, we want to have reasons to root for our team, so we have those tinted shades on as we look at our team. But I'm going to try not to be too biased when I look at our roster head to toe and our organization as a whole. Right now, we have a good core. We have a decent young roster. Right now, we have two phenomenal playmakers in Devon Achane, and then we got Jalen Waddle. That right there sparks the offense. On the defense, we have a hard-hitting, great tackling, sideline-to-sideline linebacker in Jordan Brooks right now. Minkah Fitzpatrick can be that Pro Bowl leader on the team. Just right now, he's not healthy and not on the field. Beyond that, we have a lot of questionable potential. Because with the draft class that we just had the past couple years, we haven't had that 3-year full development where we can gauge where they are. But it's tough. It's tough to be a fan right now because we're not a playoff team. We're not the high expectations that we thought we would live up to. It's tough. We're coping right now this season, and it doesn't feel good being a Dolphins fan, but is there potential? Yes.
Okay, now I heard you mention the core, like the core unit there. Do you think this core is almost at its peak? Like, do you think they're at the point now where it's like this is pretty much what they have?
Well, once you start getting to that second contract, so Jalen Waddle, he hit that second contract. So he's coming up to age. He's over that 25-year hump. He's getting closer to 30 as we speak. And with that, we have a lot of our star power is kind of on the other side of 30. Right now, one of the playmakers scoring the most touchdowns that isn't the name Devon Achane is Darren Waller, who had to come out of retirement. So right there, that kind of shows the youth movement is really right now, the youth is kind of untapped. I'll leave it positive and just say it's untapped we really didn't get to see anything out of Kenneth Grant. I keep saying we saw more out of Jordan Phillips than Kenneth Grant. I saw more potential probably with less playing time. I haven't pulled up their snaps side by side, but I would say with Grant being a first round, I think he would be on the field more, but I think Jordan Phillips has earned more snaps.
Okay, and now bringing up the contract situation. Ramsey, I think, No. I'm sorry.
Well,
Fitzpatrick.
Ramsey actually still has some dead money, so you're right
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
If you're
I
bringing
mean,
up money, he kind of still needs to be part of the conversation, even though he's not still part of the team. There was a graphic that flashed up that I don't think I shared in one of my podcasts, but one that I saw that broke down all the different players and all the dead money, and it's
yeah,
not a
like
good future.
yeah, I know like Minka, I think is like 18 mil.
Yep.
We're talking about Chubb, he's like 31.2 mil or something like that. Right?
Yeah.
Tyreek Hill, 51 mil.
Yep.
Um, Tua, another 53 mil or something along those lines.
Yeah, they're
Like,
disgusting numbers.
it's insane numbers. And that's not even talking about Waddle. And then
No.
again, we have to pay A-Chain. So it's like,
So I think what do they say it was around 300 million, somewhere around there, between 300 and 350, I think it is. And when you're throwing out those numbers already,
yep,
and they're closer to 200, and you got to fill a 53-man roster, that's not good.
not
Especially
good at all.
when the names you putting up are also those same names that are showing up every week on that injury report. When you got Tua, who for once is actually having a healthy season, but not a good statistical season.
Right.
And normally he's the one that can't stay healthy. But also Bradley Chubb's been up and down with injuries throughout his career.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, I mean, Minka's out with injury as he has been sprinkled throughout the season. He's been on that injury report. But a lot of these big names, Tyreek Hill. By the way, go follow that man on Instagram
I
and
do.
Snapchat. And
I do.
it looks like he can go play a snap right
Right
now.
now. Right
It's
now.
unbelievable the turnaround from that man snapping his leg. What 3 months ago? Not
Halloween.
even 2
Like
months
Halloween.
ago. Yeah,
Yeah.
wild, wild. But I mean, here he's already a freak of nature as it is, but to show his rehab the way it's going strong, who knows, man? Honestly, I'm gonna put a question out there. I
Sure.
know you feed me a lot. I feel like I need to feed you some.
Let's get it.
I got a question for you, and you know what? I'm gonna steal your Fins banger. I'm gonna want you. Actually, you know what? No. We're gonna save the Fins banger. We're gonna go. I'm gonna give you a fin or fiction.
Okay.
Fin or fiction. With the injuries and with the downfall of Tua, I will put Tua and Tyreek as a package bundle right now. Because of, again, the bad season that Tua is having and the injury that Tyreek is having, if they cut their contracts in half, are we resigning and bringing both back next year? The way Tyreek is putting the tweets out there, he kind of seems like a package deal as of right now.
Yeah, I seen those tweets. I'm going to go fiction on that one. And here's why I say that. Uh Getting them both to restructure their contracts would be absolutely amazing for the Dolphins. Don't get me wrong. You know what I mean? I would love to have Tyreek back. And here's what I'm saying. If if you're planning to go with the younger guy, you want Tyreek Hill there. You want him there no matter what. If you're going to stick with Tua, you want Tyreek Hill there. We seen Tua's game without Tyreek. Totally different offense. We seen Tua's game with Tyreek. Right? You kind of want that guy on your team. So if you can get him to restructure his contract, you have to keep him. In either situation, whether you stick with Tua or whether you go with the young guy, you need Tyreek there for his versatility. You need him there for what he does to the defenses, right? He's going to draw most of the attention, hurt or not. He's going to free up a lot of things on the other side of that field, which your young quarterback is going to love. Now, I don't see them both restructuring. That's the only thing. That's why I say fiction. You may get one. If we could get two, that would be awesome. I just don't know if that's going to happen. I just don't know. And again,
Yeah.
if you want to go with the young kid, which I don't know if that's what Miami wants to do. I'm not saying that, but if you want to go with the young kid, you have to do something with Tua. You can't keep them both on the same roster going with the younger kid. Because as soon as he has an inkling of a bad game, the crowd is going to be screaming and become furious if you don't put Tua back in there. You know what I mean? Especially with all his weapons.
Yeah.
It just won't work.
I agree. We're right now an impatient fan base to where we almost need immediate results. And kind of with how the roster is built, you mentioned it at the top of the show. We kind of have a little bit of a window right now to where we kind of need something to happen. We need a quarterback to lead us to something because who wants to waste these Devon Achane years? We
Who?
know a running back shelf life is not long. You're
Not long.
looking at maybe 5, 10 tops good years. 5 is a strong NFL career. If you're looking at 10, you're looking at a running back over 30. Like that's very rare. I mean, we see Derrick Henry still doing it, but he's a freak.
Right.
But Devon Achane, I don't know if he's built for 10 years.
I don't think so. I don't think he
So
is.
he with his playmaking with Jalen Waddle, I mean even Chop. I'm looking at the jerseys behind me. It's those players we need to develop and continue to develop to where we win something. We need a playoff win, and I don't know if we can wait to 2027 with those players because that's when the good quarterbacks come out. 2027.
Right.
Not next year's draft. Next year's draft is okay.
Okay. They're
But
okay.
2027, you're talking about, the draft with, Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes and, everybody stacked up in the same draft. Like, that's what we're looking for 2027.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, perfect scenario for me if I am the Dolphins GM, what I'm trying to accomplish right now. I am trying to do something with Bradley Chubb.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to get rid of that contract altogether. He's not
Yep.
worth $31 million at this point. He just isn't. I mean,
No,
he definitely he had a couple games where he came through, but $31 million when I'm already in a financial, you know what I'm saying? I'm already in a financial hit. I can't do it. I just can't do it.
that's why
I
I
want
was
it.
shocked. I was shocked when we traded away Jalen Phillips instead of Bradley Chubb. Bradley Chubb was producing. He was almost playing for a contract because
Mm-hmm.
I think he had at one point 3 sacks in 3 games,
Yeah,
and it was
I think he had 4 sacks in 4 games at one point. It
four,
went to.
4 and 4 games. Yeah,
Yeah, I
so
believe so.
he was actually producing. He was our top producer on that defensive line over Zach Sealer, over Chop, over everybody else, and it was surprising that we traded Phillips, who obviously because of his injury history, but had more upside, was younger,
More
had
upside.
another contract coming up to where we could have used that injury history to
Yep.
leverage a restructure, or a new contract. But Bradley Chubb, yeah, I'm surprised that we stuck around paying him so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of changes in the offseason, and I think one is Bradley Chubb's contract. I would hate to see him cut just because he does produce, but with his age, with his contract, I think it would be smart to send him packing.
I mean, unless he's willing to restructure that thing majorly, then okay, he can stay on board. Okay.
Yeah,
I honestly think if I was the GM, I would be looking at getting rid of Tua.
Yeah,
I don't.
of course.
I,
There's a lot of hungry teams out there for quarterbacks that are as impatient as us, that is looking at that 2023 highlight reel and being like, that's what he could be. That's his potential. And
right.
we'll have at least, I would say, three teams out there that want to knock and kick the tires of Tua.
It's just
And
that contract.
that's what it is. So
Yeah.
instead of Tua, maybe I would say like a third round pick, it might be like a fifth round with eating some of his contract. Where next year he's due what, 50 something, that
Yep.
instead we pay 25 of it, the next team takes half of that, and then we only take a fourth round pick for something like that for Tua. Um I don't know. What was Russell Wilson's numbers when he straight up got cut, right? They just
Yeah,
took
they released him. It
the
was
dead
they
money,
ate 80. They ate 80 million.
and we would eat 100.
We would eat 100. 99.
Yeah, 99
Yeah.
problems, and Tua is uno.
Here's the thing. I'm like, Tua, you have to restructure this contract, bro. You just got to
Yeah.
do it. Like, restructure it. That's what I would try to do. Try to convince him to restructure that contract and then trade him.
Mhm.
You may be able to find a trade if you do it that way. Okay. Here's the thing about that whole contract, right? Well, okay, let me come back to that. Let me circle back to that. So again, I would try to restructure to his contract, try and trade him if I was able to, and go with Quinn. And I'm telling you, pick up Jameis Winston.
Yeah,
Have him as a
he's a
solid
good gap.
backup. That's a nice stopgap. You know what I mean? He can mentor the young fella.
Yeah, Bridge.
You know what I mean? And because Jameis is a good
Man,
guy to
he's
have in your locker room.
hilarious, man. He is like Hard Knocks. They gotta do Hard Knocks with him.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a good guy to have in your locker room. Okay, so getting back to that, we were talking about the tour contract, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So here's the deal about that tour contract, right? If you keep him on the squad and you don't play him, right?
Yeah.
Guess what? That's still eating up your salary cap, right?
Exactly.
It's the same thing. If you release him, it's still eating up your salary cap. The only benefit to releasing them is you free up a roster spot at least.
Yeah, there was
Either
a
way, he's
graphic.
going to get the money.
There's a graphic that came out.
Yeah.
It says, what's next? It says, cut him. If the Dolphins decide to cut Tua this offseason, they would leave 99.2 in dead cap, the largest in NFL history. If they trade him, trading Tua would be challenging for multiple of reasons. His contract, performance, and injury history, the Dolphins' dead cap would be cut in half, only being about 45 million. But the problem becomes who trades for him. If we ride it out, the Dolphins can choose, believe he can turn things around. If he doesn't work out, they can move on in 2027 and save 21.6 million against the cap. So
Yeah,
again, that's the
but
year that we got
but,
the big draft. So
but okay.
restructure, have him ride the bench, and if Quinn Ewers ain't producing, throw Tua in. I don't know, man.
See, but
It's just
here's what I'm saying, and I get what everyone's saying. Oh, it's such a large number to eat. You're giving him that money no matter what.
we are, yeah.
Even if it's next year. So it's not 90, but it's what, 20 something? Next
Yeah,
but,
if we do it
so
in
it's 20
2027,
something plus his 53 million.
yeah.
So it's still an astronomical amount of money.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is if you just get rid of him right now, even though it's 90 mil, you get rid of him right now, you pay that 90, you hit that, right? Fine. But you're done with it. You don't got to worry about it the following year. It's all done.
Yeah.
Either way, you're going to pay it. It's only if you're going to do it between 2 years and 1 year. I'd rather take the 1 year because, like I say, it frees a roster spot at least. at the very minimum. No need to be paying them to sit on the bench.
Yeah, I mean, it's always cheaper to fix in-house than it is to go out and start making moves, because then you kind of need to make magic happen with moving picks around. Maybe do we have to move up to get a better quarterback? Do we need to move some Pro Bowl players to get some better picks to move up? Like,
Yeah.
it gets messy. It gets messy.
Yeah, I'm telling you. I would keep Quinn and just pick up Jameis Winston and forget about quarterbacks for next year. Those are my two quarterbacks.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Whoever we can get for us,
let's
whoever we can
talk
get
a
as a
little bit
third
more.
quarterback, we'll worry about that later.
Let's talk a little bit more about Quinn, though.
Let's talk.
Yeah. So we were talking about the third quarter.
Mm-hmm.
And the first half was good. The first half, there was a fight. First half, we saw some decent passes. We saw Darren Waller get involved. We saw Jalen Waddle get involved. We saw a lot in that first half that I liked.
Yeah.
But that third quarter, man. Well, what's your thoughts? What's going on with the third quarter?
My thought is Nerd Boy doesn't know how to make halftime adjustments. This is the second week in a row we've seen it. Come halftime, we got a crappy team. The first half, they're playing good. They're staying inside the game. After halftime, totally crapped the bed. 2 weeks in a row. That tells me one team's making halftime adjustments, the other team isn't. Or they're not making good ones, one or the other. You know what I'm saying? Like, here's the deal with that whole Mike D called a terrible game yesterday, first off. I mean, again, Quinn played well to start the game off. But why was Mike calling such a conservative game? Who cares, bro? You're not playing for anything. Right now, you're playing to see if this guy can play football or not. So let's find out. Stop being conservative and let him throw the ball down the dang on field. Push the ball down the field. Let's see what he can do. Put the ball in his hands and let's rock out. Who cares if we lose? It means absolutely nothing. But at least you know if you got a stud or not. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's just try. That's how I feel about that. I mean, I think the kid has potential, but we will never find out if they keep playing the way that they're playing. If they keep calling the games the way that they're calling the games, we will never find out. Like, stop riding the A-Train, bro. We know what he can do. We know A-Chain is the guy. We know this. He doesn't need 20 carries a game now. Relax. You know what I'm saying? Maybe 10 just to keep him going. But what's the point? What for? We know he's the guy. Don't risk him getting hurt for something meaningless. Like, why? We got Ollie Gordon. We got Jalen Wright. Let those dudes rock out these last 3 games. Or was it 2 games now, right?
Yep, 2 games.
2 games.
Bucks
like,
and Pats.
Yeah, like the A-Chain should be on limited carries, man. You know what I'm saying?
I believe that too.
Like, seriously. What are they doing? Like, see what you got in your young guys, right?
You know how many carries Ollie Gordon had?
2?
Cut that in half.
Only 1.
He had 1 carry, -1 yard, and that was it.
That's like Jalen. Honestly, Wright.
I think that was towards the end of the game too.
Yeah, and Jalen Wright, who came off that crazy game against the Jets the week before. You put him against Steelers, he had 1 carry.
Yeah.
Like, are you kidding me? He just rushed for over 100 yards, bro. And he's only getting 1 carry now? What are you doing, Mike?
Jalen Wright had that 1 good game, and that was it. He had, what were Wright's stats? I think Wright had like 10 carries, but only like less than 40 yards. So, yeah, I think he had 10 carries, 39 yards. Yeah, Wright, he made some decent plays, but also got stuffed some other plays. And I posted the PFF grades of our offensive linemen. It was terrible. It was terrible.
No, I know.
Yeah, this offensive line.
Here's the thing about that. Like, if Wright is getting stuffed, I'm okay with that. Like
Mm.
he still needs to learn too.
Oh
You know
yeah,
what I
no,
mean?
we got a young team,
Yeah. Like he needs to
and
learn how to run that rock too. Like he needs to learn things that he can pick up, things that he sees. He needs to understand this. I mean, he only had that one. I'm gonna say one full game is against the Jets when A-Chain got hurt. He took the load. He handled it quite well. Granted, it was the Jets, but I seen potential in him.
yeah, because he had his first 100-yard game. That was phenomenal.
Yeah. So what's wrong with letting him and Quinn rock? You know what I'm saying?
See,
A-Chain, you're good, buddy.
With
Yeah.
Quinn, I think it was the fact that um when he kind of got shaken a little bit by that first interception. That first interception he threw, where actually it was a decent ball. It was a good defensive play, and it got popped
Mm,
up in the air and picked off.
looked like
Um,
PI to me, but that's neither here nor there.
that's what I call when that happened too. And I was like, they wouldn't show a replay of it.
They
They
would not
kept
show the
showing it
replay.
after, and I was like, every time they come into the frame, he's already on his back before
Yeah.
the ball's there, and I'm like, why is nobody talking about pass interference? And I'm glad you brought that up because I was thinking the same thing, and I was like, am I being too biased? But that
You're
literally
not.
looks like
You're not.
he's on his back before they came into the frame.
That's
But
why you only seen that one play, that one shot of it. That's why. When have you
yeah,
only see one shot of a play? They
yeah,
didn't want to
there's
show the
always
other ones
like
because it was
3 different
obvious
angles.
PI, bro.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like, and
yeah.
that was a crazy angle. Why are you showing us that? Why are you not showing us the real action?
I know it showed like it was like behind a ref's head or something like that, like the weird angle. Like you could
The
see
angle
like
was
the
crazy.
offensive defensive line before you saw it. Like yeah, it was a
Yeah,
weird camera
it
angle.
was absolute PI. I'm gonna tell you what really hurt Miami that game though. And it wasn't even the offense, and it wasn't even the defense. It was bogus, that bogus offensive pass interference that they called on Miami that took away
Oh
that
my
first down.
god,
That was
yeah.
absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, where literally he put his back to him. He was
Dude,
turning, put his back to him to try to
dude,
get out of the way, and they still called it pass. I couldn't believe that. That's when I was like, "Yep, there's money on this game."
yeah,
So
and
I did want to go over that third quarter. We talked about it beforehand off air, but the third quarter, this is how it all played out. So of course, halftime, it was only a 17-14 game.
mm-hmm,
It literally went into 3 plays into the drive, fumble. That's from Greg Dolchitz. He got hit. From the angle it was at, I thought he like attempted a pitch, but yeah, he got smacked pretty hard. Then the poor field position, 34 yards for the Bengals to score a touchdown. We get the ball back 3 plays in, interception. The Bengals have 35 yards to score a touchdown. Then next drive, 6 plays, we turn over on downs. And the Bengals have 53 yards to score a touchdown. Then we have 1 play, interception, and then the Bengals have 52 yards to score a touchdown. So it went from 17-14 to
mm-hmm.
fumble, interception, turnover on downs, interception, while they're scoring touchdown, 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 touchdown to go from 17-14 to now it is 45-14 at the beginning of the fourth quarter. Like,
Game over.
yeah, you can't do anything. Doesn't matter who your quarterback is. That's why
It doesn't.
I think it's hilarious. A lot of the hype is, oh, you switch quarterbacks and the same thing happened.
No,
Not really. Not
not
really
really.
the same thing. Different.
Not really. I tell you what, one thing for sure though. One thing's for sure. Mike can't blame Tua for this one.
Yeah, that's
Mike's got to
true.
look in the mirror.
Yeah,
He has to look in
did,
the mirror on this one.
did you see video of Mike on the sideline when it was 3rd and 9 and Ewers did a dump off? I forget who it was. One of our tight ends. I think it was like
Oh yeah,
Julian
yeah, yeah.
Hill
And they didn't get
for
the
like
first. They
4
didn't get the
yards.
first. Yeah.
And Mike McDaniel's cussing up on the sidelines like, yeah, yep, that it's not just the quarterback, or is it?
It's them corny plays he's calling, man.
Yeah,
Like, what's going on?
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
But I do like towards the end of the game they did let him kind of even though it was kind of a garbage time. But Theo Weiss Jr. They went to him like 4 straight plays in a row.
Oh yeah,
He
yeah,
got
yeah, yeah,
2
yeah.
of those catches, but that might be something to watch out for next game
Well,
because he might get called up and actually brought on early. Thing is, stop giving up on Waller. Like I don't get that. They either it's a tale of two halves. Either he's involved or not involved, and they need to get a good mix of them staying involved.
yeah. Here's the thing. Here's what I think about Waller. I think Waller might be playing hurt.
Yeah. Oh, he is. He's old. It's his hip.
So they're like, man, if it ain't go time, we probably just gonna leave you. Not even put you in, bro. It ain't worth
I'm
it.
surprised he even going in, honestly. But yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Because like you say, while the game was still close, he was the guy. But then it just got out of hand, and you didn't see him no more the rest of the game.
Yep.
So I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, man. Oh, yeah. Mm. Yeah.
Lots to
I
talk
was hearing a
about.
lot of people saying, oh, yeah, you change quarterbacks, and it's the same old thing, blah, blah, blah. I mean, like, first off, this is not even a fair assessment of the young kid anyway. You know what I mean? It's not a
Yeah.
fair assessment of him. And I think Mike. So here's the deal, Mike. You were calling those games when Tua was a quarterback because of Tua's so-called limitations. That's why you were calling the game that way, correct? So
Yeah.
now Tua's not in there. Why are you still calling the game that way?
Yeah.
What's going
Well,
on?
I seen a little bit more play action. That's the one difference I saw because Tua, he did some play action, but it was more read.
Mm-hmm.
This was actually like full play action instead of reads. I think they need to implement. I don't know if he's really got any wheels, but we need a mobile quarterback. We need to switch up the offense. I
Yeah,
don't think. I think he's more of a pocket passer. And
yeah,
that's kind of that still shows limitations.
right. And that's the thing.
That one run he had, he like I swore it was a turf monster, but he like dove forward and it looked like he fell and tripped instead of actually diving for yardage. But that might have just been the nerves.
Yeah, yeah, and that's the thing. It's like if he's a pocket passer, it means the kid needs weapons.
Yeah.
That's what that means. It means he needs
Oh
weapons.
yeah.
You
When
know
you
what I
got
mean? We need
Tyreek Hill on the
another
sideline
receiver. We need another
at
one.
home.
Now, I know the kid they brought up from the practice squad. What was his name again?
Oh, Theo Weiss Jr. So
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
he was part of
Now,
the
from what
scout
I
team.
hear, from what I hear, he was Quinn's guy on the scout team.
Yeah, yeah, because
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing.
while
That's why
while
they
he
brought
wasn't
him
really
up.
getting reps, that's who he was throwing with.
Yeah, yeah. So again, maybe he might have something. I mean, he definitely feels comfortable throwing him the ball. So who
Mhm.
knows, man? We might have something
Which you
there. I
could
don't
see at
know,
the end
but
of the game.
yeah. But I definitely think we need someone else now that Tyreek is not there. Like no one stepped up in that position the whole year. You notice that?
Yeah,
Not one
exactly.
guy.
I thought Malik Washington would step up. I thought
Mm,
Nick Hakeem Westbrook
yeah.
or
I mean,
Westbrook
I was
Hakeem, he didn't do anything. I can't even
nothing.
get his name right because it hasn't been said enough.
I mean, I was hoping
uh,
Cedric Wilson would do something, man. Like,
yeah, he's actually done more in less games.
yeah,
He
yeah.
actually
Like,
did decent last game, but yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, no one's really stepped up to fill that role, and it's like, why not? What is going on?
Yeah, it's been more tight ends. Tight
Yeah.
ends been filling the void.
I mean, I like our tight end room. I'm not gonna lie. I'm happy with the tight end room
Yeah, and the running backs. They've been getting a
and the
lot of
running
dump off.
backs and the running backs.
Mm.
But yeah, I tell you, man. So let me ask you this: if you had to pinpoint one thing that you would say is Miami's biggest issue right now, right? In order to get this thing moving forward, what do you think that one issue might be?
Um, to be vague, I'm just gonna say consistency.
Okay.
As a whole, it's either the offense is humming and the defense is letting up points, or the defense and stone basically stopping everybody, and then the offense just can't move the rock. And it's we're always missing one side of the ball. And
Yep.
lately, it's been the third quarters and the third downs. It's been the powers of the threes that we cannot figure out. The Steelers game, it got into the fourth quarter before we converted a third down.
I'm glad
And
you bring that up.
it's
You
terrible.
know what I want to do, Trill? I want to go back even further. I
Cool.
want to take it back. I want to take it back to after we played Buffalo.
Mm-hmm.
The Buffalo game was the last time we had a complete team game.
Yeah.
After Buffalo, it was Washington, right?
Mm-hmm.
Defense won us that game.
Yeah.
No question.
True. Yeah.
Then we move on to New Orleans Saints.
Yep.
Defense wins us that game.
That was Minka, pick 2. Yep.
Yeah.
And then
right?
Jets.
And then the Jets. The Jets was
Jets was
okay.
the running game in defense. Yeah, because
but here's the thing, though. It was running game. It was a running game. But if you notice, towards the middle of that game too, offense kind of slowed down a little bit.
Yeah.
Towards the middle. But then they picked it back up in the fourth.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? The whole time, defense had to stand strong, though. Moving forward to the Steelers game. Defense held their own first half. Offense didn't help them out at all.
Mm-hmm.
Coming third and fourth quarter, we all know what happened. Steelers ran away with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yesterday, same thing. First and second quarter, defense held their own. Third quarter came, they got put in these crazy situations where they just couldn't do it.
Yeah. It's a lot of momentum and motivation too, because as we talk about it, man, they're just second half team. They get blown out. That third quarter, they get blown out. Those adjustments, they whenever a big play happens, it's hard for them to get the win back in the sails. When Quinn Ewers threw the interception, we saw it. When Tua threw the interception the week before, we saw it. Whenever there's like a big play, we score a touchdown, and it gets called back on a holding penalty or just any penalty, and it takes the win out of their sails, and they never get that motivation back. From then on, they're just they feel defeated, and it's like it's
how they
hard for
get it
them to
back?
be consistent.
Do you know how they get it back? Do you know how they get it back?
Coaching.
If the offense scores a touchdown.
Oh yeah, yep. Or the defense makes a good play.
Fired back up again.
Yeah, it's all about motivation. It's all about getting inside the head and honestly, like just manifesting that it's gonna change and just making it happen. And it's crazy what some players will like hype up on the sidelines, and then all of a sudden it comes through, biggest comeback in history, and it's like, nope, there's that one player that kept saying we're gonna come back, and they end up doing it. And it's just like, make it contagious, make that positive motivation contagious, and turn the team around, man. Like it's crazy when we can see all these comebacks recently. Like, wow.
Let me ask you this though, Trill. This is the point I was trying to get at when we took a dive back to all the way toward the Buffalo game. This is the point I was trying to make, right? If our head coach is the boy wonder, I heard him called that, right?
Yep.
He's this offensive guru, this offensive genius, right? Miami's supposed to be known for their offense. This is his bread and butter. If that's the case, why has all those wins been relying on nothing but the defense?
True.
So if you're not even doing what you're supposedly good at, why are you here?
We're not a high-powered offense. That's why it has
That's the whole purpose of him, though, isn't it?
It has to be the defense, because if we're putting up 30, they're usually putting up 35. We can't put up 40. And I mean, besides that Denver game, I don't think I can count many games we surpassed 35 points. And it's because we're not built like that. We're not built as a come from behind team. We're a dink dunk, and if Waddle's open over the top, sure, we'll hit him. But that's 5 times on the entire season, let alone 5 attempts during the game. That's just not our MO. We're not a wow. It's weird. I'm actually going to use this reference. Detroit Lions, where you have 2 backs who can score you over 100 yards and 2 touchdowns in a game each. And then you got a St. Brown who can get 200 yards receiving and 2 touchdowns. Then you got a Sam Laporta over the middle that can score you another 2. Like, you can literally put up. You can go, yeah, you can score 2, you can score 2, you can count 10 touchdowns in some of these offenses. If you're counting 10 touchdowns, 8 of them are going to HN. Like, we just don't have that firepower. Like, it's just it's one player leading the way. Sure, sprinkle in some Waddle and some Waller, but that's about it, man. You don't have that. It needs to be the defense. You don't have that firepower.
No. I get that. I understand why it's that way. I get that. What I'm saying is, that's not what Mike was brought here for.
Oh, exactly, because he's an offensive guy.
He's an offensive guy. We wanted the high power offense. Mm-hmm. For a while, we had that.
Yeah, he's not doing it. Yeah, 2023.
He's not doing it.
Yeah.
He's not doing it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, and I understand they let a lot of people go that they probably shouldn't have. Mm-hmm. AKA Raheem Mostert. Why is he going?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he scored the most touchdowns on the team last year. You don't even bother to pick him back up.
Yeah. No, that's crazy.
That's crazy. But yeah, again, that's not here nor there.
With Jonnu Smith, and honestly, he isn't doing too much in Pittsburgh. Only against us would he do something.
Yeah. Oh, even Gesicki had one yesterday. Gritty all
everyone,
up and down
everyone
the field
likes
on us, didn't he?
Against us.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yo, I'm telling you, I noticed a trend, man. Here's a trend. If you're a former Dolphin on offense and you get traded to another team, when the Miami Dolphins play that team, they're going to score a touchdown.
Exactly. True.
That's just the way it is.
Yeah. No, that's true.
But either way, that's yeah. That leads me back. Like I say, I just don't understand why we're in the situations we are relying on the defense when we're supposed to have the offensive guru. I just don't understand why the tables have turned.
I got potential, though. I think the next steps are right now for Miami, the building blocks. Obviously, we need a GM. Is Champ Kelly that full-time guy? We'll find out. Once we have a GM, they can develop a game plan. Is Quinn Ewers? We'll find out in these next 2 games. Is he worthy of quarterback competition next year? As in, we're not going to let him go alone, but is he going to have one of those spots? Because I see there's going to be 3 quarterbacks that are going to compete. The question is, are we going to bring back Tua on a discount and throw him in the mix, along with Ewers, and then get another person as in a vet like a Jameis Winston? Mm-hmm. Or are we going to dive back into the draft? I say we hold the draft to next year.
So do I.
We take those draft picks that we do have, because I think we got a couple 3rd-round picks. The biggest holes are still the biggest holes that we've been having. Secondary and offensive line. The rest is young. The rest can be developed. Even tight end. I mean, could you imagine if we picked up Tyler Warren over Kenneth Grant?
Yeah, I can. But you know what,
Tua might
Trill?
still have a job.
Trill, you said the key words. You said the key words when you first started. When you said QB competition.
Yeah.
When is the last time the Dolphins had a QB competition?
That's true.
When?
Yeah.
It's always a you're the guy and we got these guys just in case.
Yeah.
I'm so sick of that.
The Jay Cutlers and Ryan Fitzpatrick years. That was it.
Like, I'm so sick of that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we need a competition.
Yeah.
We need a competition. We need a QB competition. We need capable quarterbacks.
Steal Danny Dimes. I like he's got some mobility though. I like a bigger mobile quarterback.
Yeah, no, I definitely hear that. And nowadays in the NFL, you need that. Yeah. You need those kind of quarterbacks. You know what I'm saying? You need that.
Yeah.
But yeah, QB competition. That's the key right there. There's no longer just handing the reins over to somebody and says your job is safe. Like, I'm so sick of that, man. I am so sick of that. You know what I mean? If they had a competition to begin with, maybe we wouldn't have seen such a decline in Tua.
Yeah.
Like, if he had something to actually work for. Like, he knew he was the guy no matter what. As long as he was healthy, he was the guy.
Yeah. Huh? He built all that confidence up.
Yeah. But as long as he was healthy, he was the guy and he knew it. Like, we all knew it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, how else did you get to the point where I don't care if I throw interceptions or whatever he said, I get to go home to my family after the game. Like, how do you get to that point?
If I throw 5 picks or 5 touchdowns, I go home and my kids still love me whether I win or lose. And it's like,
yeah, like, how do you get to that point? You know how you
get
to that
point? Unspoken rule.
You're not threatened.
Yeah.
You feel so secure. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's the only way. That's the only way. Like, you're not talking that way with a quarterback breathing down your neck, another one that you know is capable.
Yeah.
You're not saying that. You know what I mean? But again, that's neither here nor there. Yeah. Man, Trill, I tell you, we could probably go on and on about this all night, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I was just looking at the clock. I'm like, oh, okay, all right, we're getting up there closer to the hour. So,
yeah, no doubt about it, man. I mean, we can always play a little bit of fin or fiction if you want.
I say we save that for the next episode.
All right, I got you, brother. I got you. Don't worry. I got you. Yeah, and it looks like this San Francisco game is out of control now too. That's a wrap.
Yeah, which means my fantasy football is a wrap on the season. I only needed Jonathan Taylor and Pittman to get like 5 touchdowns each, which yeah.
Okay. One question for you though. This is just a hypothetical. Let's say the Dolphins are over the McDaniel days and they release him at the end of the season. Who is a person that you would like to be considered for the new head coach?
Ooh. Well, considering this man has previous experience, this man is considered almost like a quarterback guru and likes to bring in on all the rookie quarterbacks during their draft time and have a conversation with them before they go through the draft process.
I already knew who you're talking about.
Why not bring in Chucky, man? Bring in John Gruden. Why not? I figure you're looking at the resumes out there without diving in and having a rhyme or reason as into why you want a specific coach. Flat out resume, I'm going to say John Gruden. If it wasn't some crazy stuff that happened with some emails, which we're not going to get into.
Scapegoat. That's neither here nor there.
Exactly. We're not going to go too much into that, but if he does get hired as a Miami Dolphins head coach, they're going to dive so much into that. But I think right now, resume-wise, he probably fit the best. We need somebody that can light the fire, that isn't just a buddy buddy. I mean, if you look at Mike McDaniel and John Gruden, I'd say they're complete opposites, and we need change.
Complete opposites.
Mhm.
Complete. Yes. And that's the thing. Like, if you check out the videos that Gruden is putting out now, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
This man still knows the game.
Oh, of course.
Still
Yeah,
knows
well,
it.
if you know football,
Yeah. Yeah. Like, I'm with you on that one. I am with
Mhm.
you on that one. Like, why not?
yeah.
Why not? Why not? I was hearing some rumors today. Like, some people were saying, "Oh, maybe we should try and bring back Vance from Denver."
Oh, not bad. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Vance
yeah. I
Joseph.
mean, he was a DC in Miami. He was never a head coach here, but his last head coaching stint didn't end so well in Denver. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But they thought enough about the guy to make him a DC again. So they definitely must like him.
yeah. No, that's true. I mean, honestly, like there's just so much speculation of who, what, and what directions. Man, like millions and endless possibilities of who do we keep, what scheme are we going with? Like, all right, we go a new quarterback. Does that mean we're now going to develop into a running team, into a run first option? With that, instead of getting like another Tyreek Hill, do we look for a bigger possession wide receiver on the outside? So lots of things to talk about. That, I mean, that's one missing piece that we've been missing forever. We never really used the tight end like that either. We kind of used Gesicki, but I don't think very effectively.
Right.
I
Not at
think
all.
I think Gesicki was untapped majority of the time he was
He
here.
was. I believe so as well.
I think he could have averaged 60 yards a game, and he wasn't. He was getting like 15 a game.
Yep. Yeah, he catch like 2, maybe 3 balls a game, and that'd be it.
Yeah.
Yep. Should use him as a weapon more, man. I agree. Yep.
Yeah.
But again, that's neither here nor there. All right. So before we wrap this thing up, let me ask you one more question. All right.
Yeah. What you
What
got?
are you? Not expecting, but at least hoping to see next week when the Dolphins take on the Buccaneers?
A fight and flashes. We'll say that right there. I don't want to win the game, especially right now. Miami's listed as a top 10 draft pick.
Mm-hmm.
That has a good ring to it. But I just want to see flashes of Quinn Ewers. I want to see him make some head-turning throws, head-turning plays where you're like, oh, okay, that's what this kid can do. Kind of the way Mahomes kind of just turned everybody's heads of, wait, who is this kid? Oh, wait a second, because he came in at the tail end of Alex Smith's career before the whole leg was tore up and everything. And he came in late in the season and kind of showed some flashes, which is why it was a shocker. All of a sudden, he started the next season. I want to see that out of Quinn Ewers. I'm not going to say he's the magician like Patrick Mahomes, but I want to see him make some plays. He already did have some throws where they're just off his back foot, and they went about 30, 40 yards downfield with just a flick of the wrist. I like to see that arm strength, that potential. So that's what I want to see.
I couldn't agree more. I want to see progression rather than regression. And I'll be a happy camper. Yep. Hey, BTrill, I just want to say one thing, too. That Aqua 8-chain jersey back there looks pretty darn good there, brother.
Hey, I got that courtesy of your man, Phins Zone. Yeah, yeah.
Hey,
And it's crazy because that was a lucky raffle. I got in that last minute too. So
yeah, you sure did. You sure did too. Yup.
you
Hey,
know,
it was meant to be. What can I say? Hey,
Yeah.
BTrill, once again, man, it's been a pleasure having you on the show. I appreciate you taking your time out to help us with the podcast, especially during these holiday seasons. I know how things can get all busy, but Trill, tell the people where they can find you.
Yeah, man. Well, first, always thanks for having me. Love to come on the show, have some good Dolphins talk and conversation. So much to say about our team. But yeah, you can find me on all the platforms. So I'm on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, X, Threads. I'm on there. Lemon8. I have an account. I don't know if I even post. I think stuff goes there. But I'm everywhere. Come find me. If not, I'll show you where I am. But yeah, always good. I always like being on here because we're both growing together, man. Build that audience. Word of mouth. They got to know we're out there.
Absolutely. Thanks for coming on, bro. I appreciate it. And thank you, people, for watching. And thank you for swimming in the zone with us. And remember, fins up.
Fins up.